This is a mess of a shelf, y'all. But we got gel pens, we got surprises and pencil pouches, and we got some fine liners and glitter markers back there. Let's check it out. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome in. Today we are going to do part 2 of my color and supply selection. And I'm looking over and I see a lot of glitter gel pens, regular gel pens, ink pads, distressed ink. We've got several of these little pencil pouches that we'll find out together what's in them. And we've got some fine liners. We got it all in this one. So stay tuned. All right, y'all, we are going to start with what I'm gonna call the white medium jar. Everybody's looking for that perfect white accent medium, right? So I believe my daughter gave me this. This is a chalk marker. I brought some paper over here to demonstrate, but we're gonna also need this. This is a chalk marker, water-based ink. It shakes, and it's got a huge nib on it. And it's messy because I literally just opened it. I can't say that I've used this on literally anything. I've messed with it. Oh, there we go. You've got to push down on it. And this is what you get. I hope y'all can see that. Let me bring you. I know there's a shadow over here. It's just that time of day. I've messed with the lights. It won't work. You can't see it on this, but you can see how much of it comes out. So I don't think I've ever used this, honestly. But we'll snap that back together. Let me grab a trusty baby wipe. I didn't think I was going to get that messy, not on this. Here we go. We're all good. Okay, another thing we have here. These are called chalk writers. I got these at the Dollar Tree. And a little crumbly there, but that's what it looks like. And y'all's all punched in real close like, aren't you? There we go. Is that a little better? But that's what that looks like. It reminds me, I know you probably can't see that. It reminds me kind of like a gel crown, but chalkier. Hence, chalk writer. But I do use this. This is great to use in like water or clouds or, you know, anything like that. You can give it kind of that white cloudy look. These are really good for that. But I think that a white gel crown would do the same kind of thing. So you don't need this. And then what else we got here? I showed this in the last video. This was setting up with all of my glue and stuff and just a miscellaneous jar. And so I moved it over here because it makes more sense for it to be over here. These are just white Poscas. And I did try to use the Sharpie oil-based, it says. It's like paint. I've had this forever. It looks like that. Don't use it very often because it does not give me the white that I want. It looks like it would, right? Because you can see it. Sorry for jiggling you around. But it just like, whatever you put it down on, it's like the color just eats it, so the white doesn't stay. So I would not recommend this for your white accents. Crafter's Square metallic marker. This probably came from the Dollar Tree. It's just a small nib. Okay, it does feel like a marker. You don't push it. There's no shaking it. But this kind of does the same thing. And I know it seems like every colorist is looking for that perfect thing. And you know what I mean about the color eating the white. It'll just, whatever color you put it on top of, that's what it turns into, you know. It looks like it'd be wonderful doing it here, but it just really doesn't work very well. This is a surprise. We don't know what this is. This is probably something similar to this. It's got a shaky thing. Oh, can I open it? Oh, there we go. That's what this one looks like. That looks like it's supposed to be some sort of acrylic paint or something. And you can, it's oily. It's not shaken up very well though. This is a mystery. And this is gonna go in the trash. Goodbye. I'm sorry, you're out. Let's see. Then we've got, of course, mini white gel pens. This one is just a generic one from Amazon. I just took it out of the pack. Does it work? It does. That's not bad, right? But it's hard to find something that'll color over top of whatever you're using, you know? But this one is actually pretty good. And it, well, there's the brand. I can't see it, but maybe you can. Tamit, T-A-N-M-I-T, I think is what that says. It's very light. And then I have 2 jelly rolls. A size 8 and a size 5. Look, I still got crap all over me. Do they work? I don't know. There's lots of gel in there, but these are really little. Let's see. That's a 5. And, you know, people used to really rage over these. I don't think they're all that, y'all. They look great on this right here, actually. But do they? Actually, see, look, the generic one looks better. I hope you can see. The generic one looks better than that one. I just feel like that these do the same thing. They eat, you know, it's just not that crisp white that you want. Maybe I'm using them wrong. Could that be it? Could it be user error? This is a bigger one. My furnace is fixing to kick on, so I'm going to have to put you on a break. Oh, look at that one, though. That one's wonderful. Oh, maybe I should keep this out. Look, see? See what I get for going through my stuff to see what I have? We might like you. You might have to come along. And I'm going to try to get this in. This came with some pencils. I couldn't tell you which ones. Look how little bitty tiny that is. And this one's actually decent, too. It used to be. But I've had it for a long time. I say it's decent. It's the worst one. Okay, I don't want to bore you to death. But it's very... There we go. It's starting to come out now. See, yeah. This came with, I can't remember what set of pencils. And I don't know why they would have included that, but they did. But, yeah, it is what it is. But what I have been using for my white accents, I will need to go get because I forgot. Whoop. Acrylic marker. Sunny. It's got a brush tip and a dot. And this is what I've been using. And as long as you dab like 60 or 75 times, you'll get it. But this, I just feel like that it's easier. and it seems to not suck up whatever color you've got down. And then there's your dot. But that's just what I've been doing because I don't use acrylic markers very much, but I just pulled the white one out because that's what I'd be using for my white stuff, my white accents. All right, let's move that over. And we will get this out of the way. Over there, let's see if we can get all that stuff off. Actually, I'm probably gonna need the paper because I think we're gonna play a game of what's in the pencil bag. I bought these, I think these are just adorable, very cute. I got them on Amazon, and I thought that it would be fun to put my whatever pencils I'm using for a project in this, and instead of putting it in jars. And pencils don't fit in this. It's supposed to be, it's one of those, what sunshine to is flowers, smiles to are humanity. You know, it's one of those interpreted, I don't care, it's still really cute. And it's serving a purpose for me. Oh, look what's in here. We got glitter in here. So, let's look at all the glitter, shall we? This should actually be on another shelf, and I will put it on the correct shelf. But every time I use something that's in these bags, I unzip every one of them. Because, you know, of course, whatever I'm looking for, it's always in the last one. Do we need to get all the glitters out? I mean, we could. These came with nail kits. They love to give you glitter and nail kits. And, well, we're taking the top of that. We don't want to do that. And I don't like to use glitter because I can never get it right. Unless it's already in the polygel that I'm using. I don't like to put extra glitter on it because it just always looks gloopy. So we'll just take it out and look at all the colors. But, I mean, it's glitter, so if you watched my first part of the coloring book collection, not coloring book collection, coloring book supplies collection, I showed you all the glue. Well, this is what I'm gluing down. See, there's some very sparkly. This is Galaxy Sky. Y'all see it? Your imagination working? If you've done your own nails and you've gotten any of those kits from Amazon and you've got a bunch of these laying around like I do, you can use them for your coloring book. It's the same thing. And there's some beautiful, that could be snow, right? And then we've got some silver, twinkly stars. You see what I'm putting down? And then these, I hope you can see in there, these are butterflies. I just don't like that kind of stuff on my nails. I say that and then, you know, but not this stuff. I can't make it right. This is actually foil. And this is really difficult to work with. Because it's really thin. I don't have any tweezers over here. And it's for your nails, but I have put it in my books before. It's really thin, but it's cool. It's cool for coloring books, not for nails. Let's see, this is some kind of something in there. Can't tell what that is. I think that's butterflies. I don't know. And look, black glitter, that's cool, right? Iridescent butterflies or something to that effect. Just lots of really cool colors that you can spice up your pages with. And no, that's not what it was marketed for, but that's what I'm using it for. So we're going to put all that back in there. I love glitter. And yeah, this is definitely going on a different shelf because I have a whole shelf of glitter. And it will be in an upcoming video for sure. I can't believe I got all that stuff in there. This is a tight fit. I'm struggling back here. There we go. I got it in there. That's glitter. And see, I don't want to write on the outside of it. I don't know how I'm going to identify these things, honestly. I need to find a way to identify them, though. And we'll look in this little pouch here. I actually made this. This is my sewing job. You see how crooked it is? It's even got it like snaps back. Cool, right? This is a, I was going to say measuring stick. There's no stick in there. Measuring tape. The metal ones, I just cut it and sewed it in between there. And it makes it go back together. Cool, right? Made this a long time ago when I thought I was going to start sewing. That was, no, I don't like to sew. It hurts my back. And there's a lot of, standing and stooping and bending over. But yeah, that's what the inside looks like. I didn't do too bad, you know. But I used to knit also, and these are, these go on the end of a knitting needle so your stitches don't come off. That's what this is all about. This is just, you know, stitch markers. So they'll go back in there. And apparently this is where all my flags are. And I knew that I had some. And there they are. Now I know. I'm going to have to go back and reference my own videos to know where my stuff is. Oh, red ones. Okay. I like to mark my pages and stuff like that in my books with these. And I bought more because I did not know I had these. But they fit nicely down in here. I've got yellow ones. I've got a few blue ones. All kinds of different colors. But they fit in there pretty well. Now I know what's in there. Now I know where they are. See, I put them away so well. I hid them for myself. Next one. What's in here? Let me try to guess. I don't know. Aha. Stella. I use this a lot. This is just the clear / silver. I've got a couple of refills here. This is Stella? I think that it is. But this is red, this is green. I'll show you in one moment. And then this is Spectrum Noir. These are really cool. Anything that sparkles is good, right? Let's see. This one's just a clear silver. I use this a lot for like fairy wings or pretty much anything just because it's so cool. There you can see the shininess. It's not the most beautiful thing on notebook paper, but I think you get it. And then this one, I don't use this very often because this is really bold. But it's got, I like the brushes on these. That's why I like them. And I've had them for a couple years, and my silver is running low, so I do need to get more of that. But there's that one. Here's the green one. See, I mean, the holidays are coming up, so maybe I can utilize these a little more. But this would be good to put in, like, for grass and, you know, to give anything to give something some shine. And then we've got rose quartz. This is a Spectrum Noir. This is a very soft pink. I just used this in a Sleeping Beauty picture. That's so pretty. Let's put the other pink one next to it. I think this one is also loud. Yeah, it's like fuchsia. Magenta, fuchsia. Are those the same color? I don't know. But you get it. I don't usually color in really bright colors, so I don't get a lot of use out of these. But this one's also really pretty. And there's the shine. Again, it's not beautiful on color or on notebook paper, but I think you get it. But I keep these in here, and I know that some people are going to cringe that I do keep them like this. I don't keep them up and down. I don't have a problem with them leaking or anything like that. This storage situation works for me. But all these, there's hair. All these say the same thing, but yeah, they're just not big enough for a pencil. It won't, I know it looks like it would, but like it's gonna break your pencil. It's just not big enough. Although it was advertised as a pencil pouch. Oh, I think I know what's in here. I think there's acrylic, some kind of acrylic marker in here. Nope. Well, this might be acrylic. Is Posca acrylic? It could be. These are all the Poscas that I have. Here's another white one. I'm not a huge fan of Posca. I find it scratchy. Like the nub, whatever you want to call that. Where's that colored one at? There we go. But I find them scratchy. See how it's a little frayed. I don't know if you can see it or not. But they're not my favorite. But before I didn't know they were my favorite, I did get the glitter set of them. And these are not cheap products. I believe I got these because they were on sale. And I have used them a few times, but not as often as I would think that I would. But I'll still show you. Very skinny, which is good. More control. Orange. Now I really like this orange. Now I want to use them. I guess with big areas, you shouldn't, I guess you just shouldn't use them in a big area, a lot of it, I guess. That's they are beautiful. I don't know if they have colors on them, y'all. See, this one's a little scratchy. I'm gonna be a mess. But it'd be all right. These are the ones I've used the most, the blue ones. And we got a purple. Now, I don't have any chance of reading any of this, even though I think it's in another language, but it's so small that I cannot see it from here. But that's what that is, Posca. Yeah, I would, if you want to get Posca because you think it looks cool too, don't buy it unless it's on sale. Wait until like Good Friday or something like that. Don't pay full price for Posca. That's in that one. We got a few more little pencil pouches, then we'll move on to something else. These are the acrylic markers that I thought is what I was just opening. Yes. I got these at Walmart. Because just like white gel pens, everybody is also on the hunt for gold. Like really awesome gold, gold, gold. And so I got these. These are acrylic. They shake. They look like that. I'm not very good with a chisel tip at all. I have used these a couple of times. And we got silver. I don't know if you have to shake them every time. It's been a while since I've used them, but this silver's awesome. We'll move that one out of the way. That's a different brand. We got green. Not great, right? Is that user error? Could be. Let's shake. Let's try to be fair. It's still not the greatest thing. Yep, this one sucks. Then we've got like a copper or bronze. It probably has colors on it and I'm not seeing it. They are water-based. I don't know if I said that. That one's really cool. Rose gold, like. I think I've used that one too. And this one's a really pretty, like, maroon burgundy. A little scratchy. A little skippy, a little scratchy. Then we've got this blue. That went down really well. It's right here. Move the paper around. So they're not bad. And then this is a paint marker. What's it made out of? Whatever that says. Gold. Express yourself. This also came from Walmart. And it's that kind of tip. Oh my Lord. Whew. Yeah, this one really smells. That is only use something like that if you're in a well-ventilated area. My gosh, I think I got brain damage from that. But it's cool looking though, right? So yeah, I don't know what's in this. Be careful when you buy stuff like this, y'all. Okay, we got two more. This I got a long time ago. When I first started coloring, probably. But I don't know where. These are actually really good little pencil pouches. These are, look at me, I kept the top of it so I'd know what brand they were. But yeah, isn't that cute? But these are metallic water-based pens. We're not going to swatch every one of them, but that's what that looks like. We'll swatch a few. They're not the greatest. Some colors work better than others. Prime example, this one doesn't work anymore. Okay, you go over there. I wanted to show you more than one. Oh, there we go. Here's a good one. But again, you got to be careful with these because if you stay in one place for very long, you're going to go through the paper. But that's that. There you are. They're kind of shiny. This was probably one of those Amazon deals, probably. I would imagine that's where these came from. Had them for quite a long time, but they fit really well in here. So there's that. Last little pouch, and then we're going to move on to something else. What's in here? I think these are acrylic. Yes, acrylic markers, the same as that. That's where that came from. But there's all the colors in this. Are these shiny? I don't think they're supposed to be. We're running out of room. But these work really well. I don't use them a lot because I don't know what I was thinking. But it will cover up your line, you know, when you're coloring. And there's some detail and some stuff that you don't want to cover up. And, well, I learned that the hard way. But they are very opaque. And that's that Sunny brand. Yeah, they're good ones. And I know I didn't pay a lot for them because I'm not a marker person. So I won't buy them unless they're really cheap. But yeah, that's how those work. And it's a set of that many plus white. But these fit pretty well in there, even though I can't get them in there since I said that. There we go, see? But yeah, your colored pencil, well, your colored pencils would go in this. But like, look at the, see the difference? So, yeah. There's that. We got through all the pouches. Let's look at some distressed ink. I am not going to swatch any of these, so we will move the paper out of the way for now. Balancing stuff over there. I included this because this sits on that shelf, and this was my grandma's, and it's a little Dutch shoe. I think she has some Dutch heritage because she was into Dutch things, but she used to keep, when she would sew, she would keep the straight needles in there, and it's really cool, right? So I always just keep that sitting there. For no particular reason, I keep nothing in it, but I think it's cute, and it was my grandma's. But on top here, we have some distressed ink. This is another thing that I would say don't buy this unless it's on sale, because these are crazy expensive. Sometimes you can get them at a pretty good price, but we've got Rusty Hinge. I love that one. Old paper. Let me open it and show you. Looks like that. Most people, I think, know what distressed inks are. They do stack on top of each other, which is kind of cool. I like to see all the colors, so I have them out. And then in this pencil tin, there we go, I got the word out. These are the Black Widow Monarch set, but I always use my pencil tins for something else. And there's even more ink in here. These are just some little cheapy ones. I always go for the ink that is marketed towards children because it's cheaper. And I don't know why they do it that way, but maybe it's not as great as this. Of course, these don't work the same way as distressed ink. Distressed ink has a very distinct look. But these are all marketed towards children, and they're cheap. But there's a set. These all came in a set. These did. And then this is all one set that I just kept in its case. That's the brand. And there's 24. And it tells you can get messy. But that all fits real nice right in here. Every time I say that, I can't fit stuff back. But it really does fit in here somehow. There we go. So I keep those in there. And these, they've got, you know, decent pigment to them. They're worth what you pay for them. That one's dry. No, it's not. See? I thought it was dry. Just a few dollars. And I use that for backgrounds. And then we've got another pencil tin that these are the Finding the Lost Girl Hushing Ping pencils. Came in this. I'm sorry about the glare there. But I couldn't resist the case. Look how, or the tin, look how cute it is. But this also, it's really not hard to open. This also has ink in it. These are two more that came with the set that I just showed you. They just wouldn't fit in the other one. These, I think, came from Hobby Lobby. And then I've got some more distressed inks in here. I've just run out of room. I could move these out, actually. These could sit on top. It's like a Rubik's Cube. And we can put these in there. Are they all going to fit? Oh my gosh, they're not all going to fit. I'm short. I'll organize that, not on camera. But yeah, that's what I keep in there. That way it's not airtight, but you know. It keeps them all in one place. Let's move these over. Can I balance all these on top of here and not drop them while I move them? We'll see. Now we're getting into the pens and all that fun stuff. I got some glitter markers. I haven't had these for very long. And I've just kept them in this case because I don't use markers a lot. But I'll show you how they work. We still got a spot somewhere, right? On this paper. Oh, I'm sorry if that was loud. But these are glitter, and you can see, it's probably not a great color to show you, but you can see the liquid moving in there in person. You can see it. Let me do a couple of colors for you. Actually, these colors here are why I got the set, because, you know, gold and copper and bronze. I do remember I had to prime these when I first got them. I did have to pump it up and down for a while. this one is really coming out there, which is good. That's what I want. That black one probably just wasn't shaken up quite good enough. Give it a little shake. That's gold. Look at that one. This is real life. Okay, there's plenty of ink in there. This is part of that priming thing. You have to keep doing this over and over and over. It just don't want to come down. We're going to give up on that because half y'all's already clicked away from the video by now. There's another one. Does this one work? Okay, this one. Oh, this is beautiful. This is like a rose gold. Somebody's dog is going berserk outside. And then let's give you this one. Isn't that pretty? Are these acrylic? Yes, glitter acrylic. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know why all these companies, pencil companies, do it too. They want to write all their stuff in silver or gold. Why are you doing that, y'all? None of us can see it. And I know y'all can't see it either. But that is the Just a Lot glitter markers. That's the size of them. Extra fine, it says. Where did I just color that? Right here. Not bad, right? Let's see. I just got these. Well, I say just got. It's been a few months ago. I don't know why I thought I needed these, but I thought that I did. 8 glitter, 8 neon, 8 metallic, scribble stuff. We'll see if these work. Let's see, what do we want to take out there? There's silver. I think these all look the same. You know what I mean? The body of all these things look the same. Are they the same and just put a different name on them? Could be. They don't snap. And then there's a really neon. A little scratchy. I find that with most neon things. Just whatever the formula is, I guess, it just... Because that's ugly. You don't want to color nothing looking like that. Look at all the scratchy marks in it. So gel pens to me are kind of a hit and miss. I know that Lango, or y'all know what brand I'm talking about. If you've been around the coloring community, you know what. And I think they're acrylic gel pens is what those are. I don't know if I like gel pens if they're glittery. I would rather just have a full set of just nothing but glitter gel pens. But I always have to get these neons and metallics and just give me the glitter. And I have several different sets in here. That probably came from, yeah. Apparently I like this one because that came from the set that I just was showing you. There's that one. I hope that's in frame. And then these are really good. They are pricey. Let me get all these out. Look, apparently I liked those two colors in that set I just showed you. These are the Papermate Ink Joy Metallics. These are good pens. They feel good when you write with them. They click. I hope they still work because I've used them to death. That one doesn't want to work. Nobody got time for me to scribble invisible. Yeah, see. There's probably a little bit left on it, but I have used these a lot. And even though my demonstration is not showing it, these are good pens. Yeah, I need to replace them apparently. Because they're just... These are the ones I always reach for usually whenever I'm going to do gel pen. That one's giving a good showing. Thank you, blue. How about this blue? And then this one. This one's my favorite. I don't see any color names. Yeah, my demonstration's not giving it justice, but these are good. These are good. And then what else do I have in here? This is a Lonely Micro Tip brush pen. This came with something else, I think. Or maybe I bought this at the Dollar Tree, possibly. But look at the nib on that one. It's great. I've never used it for anything, but it works well. And then let's see. This one is, I think that's a Korean brand. I can't see what it says there, if it even does. But these are supposed to be like dupes for the glaze gel pens. And they are so cool, actually. Yeah, let me show you the black one. Please come out and work. These are also a hit and miss if they're going to work. And there's nothing worse than putting this down on your paper and this is what's happening on your page and you're just cringing the whole time. You're like, oh my gosh. Takes it a minute for it to come out of there. Oh, it wants to. Here we go. Once you get it going, you don't want to color back over the top of it because you're going to make a bunch of lines. And this yellow one is really, really cool. The black one and the yellow one's the one I use the most because it has the most effect, in my opinion, on the page. But you got to be careful not to color back over top of it because it messes up what you've done. But what it does, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here. When it dries, it's kind of raised off the page just a little bit, you know, it gives a little bit of dimension. And again, it came with neons. I don't use neons, and neons are terrible. They just don't work for me. No matter what pen it is, it's just not great. It's just crappy. A few of these are good. The rest of them are crap. So, lesson learned with that. But then the last set I have here is the Jelly Roll Stardust, I believe. These are pretty good. They're also pricey. And this one, yeah, oh, this one is part of this. But this one is everything. I love to color like fairy wings or stars or something like that. I like to color it with this, because it's that clear. Look at it. Oh, it's just so pretty. It gives all the sparkly goodness that you want. But there's another one. And these are good, but they also have those stupid neons. Like this one, well, they're not exactly neon, but this one's pretty good. I like to use this in like flowers, but I might get it the right way. I think you get the idea. But then we have this box full of goodies. So let me get all this cleaned up and we'll see what's in the box. Okay, I'm gonna try not to hit you with the box. But I don't remember, my daughter got me something for my birthday, and it came in this box, and I thought the box was really pretty. So I kept it to put things in. Let me bring it back so I don't hit you with it. And this thing is full of fine liners, Mr. Pen fine liners. We've got hand mitt gel pens in here. I think these are Dollar Tree gel pens. There we go, that's how they click. We've got, is this Mr. Pen? Yeah, that's Mr. Pen. We're just gonna dig all the way down through here. And this is probably where I need to just put these in there too, because that's just where all the gel pens are. But it's also a pain. Most of, oh no, we got different things down here. I'm digging. This is some Pen and Gear fine liners. They just look like that. I don't use these really in my coloring books. I know some people do, but I just can't really find a use for them. And so I like to get the ones that are like dark like this. I don't like to use the, I'm not a neon person. I'm not going to use the neon, but I like to just use it to write with, like in my planner or something like that, because there's, you know. So I don't think I need any fine liners in my future, because I just don't use them, because I've got a whole set of the Mr. Pen ones, and yeah, those are like triangle. And there's nothing wrong with them. I just don't use them. And then the gel pens is just, it's just hot mess in here. And it's probably why I don't use them a lot, and probably why I bought more, because I was like, hey, I don't have any gel pens. Well, clearly, I think I got enough gel pens. I just am not utilizing them. So I will throw all those back in there. Let's put that in there too. And is there anything else? I think I got this whole shelf, y'all. So if you stuck around through this whole video, I appreciate you very much. And stay tuned for the next one. We are going to go through my acrylic paints, and that type of thing in the next one, because we're going through this whole thing, because I'm reorganizing. So if you did stick through the whole thing, I appreciate you, and I hope that you have a wonderful morning or afternoon or evening or wherever you are in the world. Until next time, y'all. Bye.